Welcome guys, so we're doing the Midweek Magic Phantom bot draft this week. Yes, that's right, it's plane shifted Strixhaven. So they've made some kind of changes to Strixhaven. I guess we'll see what those are. Okay, so the thing with Strixhaven, it has these mystical archive cards, which they look different. They've got a different art style to them. And you'll see, I think it just takes up one of the common slots. So still got a rare and 3 uncommons in this pack, plus the mystical archive uncommon. But let's start by looking at this rare. Culling Ritual. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Add black or green for each permanent destroyed this way. That could be quite good. Your opponent isn't necessarily playing many 1 or 2 drops. People usually play 2 drops, so this could be quite good. It will be it's a phantom pot draft, so I'm not rare drafting, so we don't have to pick this. Right, Honor Troll. 2/3 vigilance. Lets you gain extra life, and it becomes a 4/4 if you've got 25 life, which is pretty cool. Okay, this guy is pretty good. 4/4 reach and basically has trample. It gives trample to a bunch of other things. I see, helps your spirits ping people. Of course, one of the main mechanics in this set, we have, if we go down here, we have lesson cards. We could put these in the sideboard, and then we get access to them if we have a learn card, I believe. See if we've got any examples. There we go. Enthusiastic Study has the learn keyword. We play this, and then we can grab this potentially from our sideboard. So this is one of the most useful lessons, because it just helps you mana fix and find a land. But you gain 2 life as well. So I'd say that's quite tempting to grab that. Anything with learn on it is quite good. Guiding Voice there has learn. I think Master Symmetrist is pretty good. Honor Troll's okay, probably more of a filler card. You're probably not going to find a lot of life gain to go with this. Saying that, there is the Revitalize that might go around. I feel the impulse to just pick this rare and see if we can make it work. But I think maybe the Master Symmetrist is the best card here. I'm going to pick that one. Basically a 4/4 trample, right? It says whenever a creature you control with power equal to its toughness attacks against trample end of turn, so it does apply to itself. Okay, the rare is a land, so we can ignore that really. Mystical Archive is Agonizing Remorse, so that's hand removal. That's a pretty good one. That's 2 mana, and you get to look at the hand and choose one to exile. It costs you 1 life. Mage Hunter's a good one. Yeah. So can punish people for casting instants and sorceries, and there's a lot of instants and sorceries in this set. Of course, yeah, the way this set works, there are colour pairs. You've got red-blue, you've got red-white. I think green goes with blue and green goes with black in this set. So I think they kind of fits sort of oppositional colours, enemy colours that go together. So we could go with we could pair this up with blue or black. So we could just take an Agonizing Remorse. We could take a Mage Hunter. That might be quite good. See what there is in blue. Interesting. An kind of an emergency removal spell. It gives your opponent a 4/4 creature. More often you're going to upgrade one of your maybe a token creature into a 4/4. Okay, 3/1 flying ward 2, pretty good. Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller loses 1 life. So this is obviously really good. This is just a very strong removal card. Right, Spined K-Rock. Just a 2/4 creature. Right, see how. And we have the green-blue land. Pretty good, but I think we've got to take this removal spell. And it's we've got quite a heavy commitment to black and green, sort of double green, double black. Okay, the Biblioplex. Activate only if you have exactly 0 or 7 cards in hand. That's a fascinating card. So, yeah, lands that draw your cards are pretty good. Maybe we could make this work. It doesn't mana fix, unfortunately. We're looking for mana fixing for doing double green and double black. But we'll have another look. So here's a blue-green thing. Oh, that's nice. That can grab land out of the top 3 cards. When you're casting instants and sorceries. That seems good. Probably an okay 2-drop, this Baroque Befuddler. Interesting. Nice 2-drop. Can get scary later in the game. Right, yeah, these guys are pretty good. So we could play this as a sort of double black and 1 card. And then it can be a 3/1 flying, 3/1 lifelink if you're casting spells. We do have a really good black-green common here, I think. Yeah, 3/3 trample lifelink for 4 mana is not bad at all. We are kind of filling out the 4-drop slot first, which is a bit strange. Witherbloom Pledgemage, you gain a life whenever you copy an instant, cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell. So that's quite, in terms of stats, 5/5 for 5 mana is pretty good. Nice big chunky creature. Maybe better than a Mouldering K-Rock. Fractal Summoning is another one we could play, but for 5 mana that would make a 3/3. Oh, so it's Witherbloom Pledgemage kind of beats it. It's looking like we're going to make a big creature deck. I think we'll forget about the Biblioplex. It's a nice idea, but it's difficult getting that to work. Okay. This is a lesson, that's right. You can turn things... That's a pretty powerful lesson. You can turn something into a 1/1 frog. And here's the mana fixing if we do want to go 3 colours. You get 2 basic land cards, one goes onto the battlefield tapped, the other goes into your hand. Yeah, that seems pretty good for 3 mana. Another Befuddler. So, with 2 4-drops and a 5-drop, we're looking for some early creatures now. Promising Dusk Mage can draw you a card if it dies, if it gets a token. Okay, Field Trip. This is big, right? So this is a learn card. It ramps out a forest. Excellent card. It's just, do we want this or Cultivate? Because this gets you 2 lands. Field Trip means you've got, well, you learn, so potentially we get some good lesson cards, and we have a choice of what we want to do, what we want to follow up with. This is always getting you that 2nd land without costing you any more mana. Right, that's pretty expensive, but draw 2 and play an extra land. Campus Guide, I think, puts a land on top of the deck. So we've seen, yeah, I've seen this effect before in 2 mana artifact creatures. I think these are pretty reasonable. It helps you keep a few more hands. You might get a 2-lander with this guy, and then it's the difference between keeping the hand or mulliganing, which is going to be quite nice. I think Field Trip needs support. It needs relevant lesson cards to be good. Cultivate is just good on its own. Does the same thing and also gets you a land out of your deck. So I think Cultivate is just better. Let me take that. Okay, on a Troll. Let's have 3-drop. Fracture doesn't kill creatures, so it's actually not very good in limited. Scurrid Colony. Here we go. If you have 8 or more lands, this gets to be 4/4, and 2/2 reach is pretty reasonable. This is, you know, trading off with a small flyer. That's pretty relevant. We've got the K-Rock again. We've got another Witherbloom Pledgemage, but I think we need good 2-drops at this point. And I won't skip past this. Introduction to Annihilation. That's the removal card. The removal lesson. It is a 5 mana card, but it exiles and the opponent draws a card. Still, you definitely want one of these available to get rid of something very nasty. So a choice between that and a Scurrid Colony, I think. We didn't pick up a learn card yet. I think Scurrid Colony is just very good, a very good 2-drop, especially if we're ramping out some lands. Okay, we have Test of Talents. That one is not so good, I think. I'm just going to double check everything's working. Right. And then we've got Overgrown Arch. So that is a 2-drop. Plant Wall. You can sacrifice it to learn. That's very interesting. You can tap it to gain 1 life. I think that's really good. play you Groff. So yes, you can sack a creature. It's a 2 mana 5/4, which would be pretty amazing. But you know, are we making cheap fodder creatures? We don't have any yet. Also, it can be a 5/4 creature for 5 mana. So it's you know, the strength of this card is very conditional. Now, Inkling Summoning makes a 2/1 flyer. That's a pretty good lesson. Cram Session is a decent learn card in my colours. You could compare this with Overgrown Arch. This also gains life, but this is also a blocker. Biblioplex Assistant. I remember this guy being pretty excellent. So you can put an instant sorcery from your graveyard on top of your library. He's actually pretty cool, I would say. But I think the Overgrown Arch has it here. This is a very good sort of anti-aggro stabilizing card. So that's the first learn card we're putting in the deck, so makes more sense to pick up lessons now. Talking of making small creatures, Tend the Pests. Oh yeah, that's right, you have to sacrifice a creature and you get X pest tokens, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. Making a big bunch of creatures that could be quite good. It's instant speed, so you can do it in response to removal. Charge through, just gives trample, but it's a cantrip. There's the field trip. So more ramp, another learn card. Pretty good. Infused with Vitality. Target creature gets Death Touch. When it dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control, and you gain 2 life. That does seem like a pretty darn good combat trick. And then Introduction to Prophecy is another lesson card. So got yeah, this is a nice one. Yeah, 3 mana, scry 2, then draw a card. So some difficult choices here. So we don't have any lessons yet. So we feel some pressure to start picking up lessons. So we quite like Introduction to Prophecy. Infused with Vitality is in my colours. It seems like a really good combat trick. Another 2-drop creature, not that interesting. Field Trip goes pretty well with our ramp strategy. It's nice to have another ramp card, nice to have another learn card, and Tend the Pests. Also, you could call this a combat, you know, a combat trick kind of thing, or you do this in response to somebody killing your creature. Yeah, I think I like the idea of making a large number of creatures. I think we'll go for the Tend the Pests. Snakeskin Veil to protect creatures. Gives them a +1/+1 counter as well. Specter of the Fens has flying. Yeah, 2/3 flyer for 4, and it's a late game mana sink that does a 2-point drain life for 6 mana. That's pretty good, I would say. Got a lot of lands here. I think Spectre of the Fens is a bit more interesting than Snakeskin Veil. There's the Honor Troll again. He's a decent 2-drop. Promising Dusk Mage. Do we have ways of putting +1/+1 counters on things? Not really. So probably the Honor Troll has it. This makes an XX based on the number of lands you have, which goes well with our ramp plan. Maybe we'd like a 3-drop creature though, so I'll go for the Honor Troll. Right, there's the blue-green land again. Agonizing Remorse, so pretty decent hand removal card. Spined K-Rock is just a 2/4 creature, so I think that Agonizing Remorse is pretty good here. Mouldering K-Rock. I suppose the thing is, we're pretty good on 4-drops. Probably ought to just take another 2-drop, the Reckless Amplimancer. And this is a combat trick. Okay, let's take the Amplimancer. Cool, there's the field trip. So that seems to be, looks like that's going quite late. We don't necessarily need to pick these up early. We'll grab the field trip. And yeah, the Mouldering K-Rocks are going quite late as well. I'll take the Shield Mage, why not? Another one of those, yep. Yeah, pretty nice blue card, but not very splashable. 3 blue and 1. Another Cultivate. That's very tempting. Right. Combat trick and a bit of life gain as well. Mortality Spear. Oh boy. Destroy target non-land permanent. I think it's definitely that. We have another Mage Hunter's Onslaught as well. Yeah, Rise of Exodus is another removal card, so it's pretty amazing. This pack, 3 quite strong removal cards, and a Cultivate as well. Hopefully, one of them will wheel around. Take that Mortality Spear, definitely. Okay, combination of studies, solve the equation. Duress, not a fan of Duress in Limited. It'll whiff quite often. People play a lot of creatures. Oh, Arrogant Poet. I can pay 2 life when it attacks, and if I do, it gains flying until end of turn. Sometimes a cheap little fly is all you need. Not very good for racing your opponent, though. Professor Zoomancy is pretty good. It's another 4-drop. We've got loads of 4-drops. But he makes a 1/1 pest token, and he's a 4/3, so not bad. And there's an environmental sciences here. So we don't have any lesson cards at all. We do have a couple of things that have learn. So we want to start grabbing the important lessons here. There's nothing amazing in this pack, I would say. Haven't really looked at this guy. The Quandrix Pledgemage. Okay, yeah, this one gets bigger and bigger the more spells you cast. But I'm not sure if we're going for that spells kind of plan. I don't know if that would be too effective in my deck. Yeah, we'll take the lesson. Academic Probation is an interesting rare lesson. You can stop someone casting a card with a specific name until next turn. Or you can stop something from attacking or blocking or activating abilities till next turn. It's kind of a niche card that could be semi-useful. Right, yeah. Fortifying Drafts is the cantrip again. Leech Fanatic. So on your turn, this has lifelink. That seems like an alright 2-drop creature. But we've also got a Cram Session. That would give us another learn card. Bit of life gain to go with our Honor Troll. And we've got a few 2-drop creatures. So hopefully we're not going to get run over. Well, I've got, well, 4 2-drop creatures and a Tend the Pests. So maybe I'd like another 2-drop. I think, yeah, I'll go for the Leech Fanatic. K-Rock Wrangler, so this can put counters on any creature when you cast an instant or sorcery. Quite good. Okay. That puts a counter on something or give something indestructible. It's quite good. But we can pick up Expanded Anatomy, so this is a pretty good lesson. 2+1/+1 counters and Vigilance till end of turn. Very good to put on a lifelink guy like the Leech Fanatic. So yeah, I think it's that one. Then we've got a couple of lessons. Always feel better once you've got a couple of lessons. Leyline Invocation. I kind of want to pick up one of these at some point as our top end thing. Biblioplex Assistant's pretty good as well. You can reuse your removal cards and things. I'll go for the big creature. I'll go for this. Actually, no. I'll go for the. I'll change my mind. I'm going for the assistant. I think that's going to be. This is going to be more useful. A lot of the time. Okay, both players lose 2 life, and you draw 2. It's okay. Essence Infusion. So 2+1/+1 counters, and it gains lifelink till end of turn. Sorcery speed though. Very good for kind of aggro playstyle. 3/2, gain 2 life. 3-drop creature. We're a bit short on 3-drop creatures, I think. Another Witherbloom Pledgemage. Campus Guide. We like Campus Guide, I think. It's just, as I say, helps you avoid mulligans. But yeah, I think I'll take a Campus Guide here, just for deck consistency reasons. The Brackish Trudge. You can bring this back if you've gained life this turn for 2 mana. I think that's pretty good. Another Specter of the Fens. Another Cram Session, another Mouldering K-Rock. So I think I'll go for the Brackish Trudge here. It's good to have a creature you can bring back. Adventurous Impulse. Top 3 cards, reveal a creature or land and put it into your hand. Okay. This is also a bit like a Campus Guide. It helps you avoid mulligans. If you hit this card, it's an extra land basically. So nothing amazing. I'm not sure I'm convinced I want Spined K-Rock. Maybe 2/4 creature is just a nice big blocker. Maybe the Adventurous Impulse is a little bit better. So we'll go for that. So it looks like combat tricks, the thing. So we're definitely going for a life gain theme. So Fortifying Draft is looking quite good now. Go for that. Duress. Or the wall. It's a 0/4 wall. I think it's going to be more useful than Duress, honestly. Okay, big play. I still don't want to splash blue in the deck. Yeah, go for the big play. Probably won't play the big play. It does actually give things reach. Yeah, maybe we'll hang on to it. Yeah, excavated wall seems good. Then we see another infused with a bit of vitality. That's cool. Crushing disappointment, but a card draw. And we still have we've got a deck here now, and we still have another pack to go. Okay, there's a relevant rare. So this helps us ramp, and yeah, we could ramp a lot as well because it's life gain. I'm not even going to look at the rest of the pack. I'm going to, well, we'll have a quick look. Lash of Malice is all right. Emergent Sequence is all right, but yeah, let's take the thing the deck is kind of built around. Okay, relevant black rare as well. You can make he's in that 3-drop slot where we're a bit weak. You can draw a card, exile a graveyard, make a pest. Seems good. Probably don't have to look at the rest of the pack, but yeah, Lash of Malice again, Expanded Anatomy. Yeah, decent rare. Vanishing Verse, really good rare. Can we splash white? Maybe. It just kills one thing. For 2 mana. But yeah, I don't know if we want that. Is there anything better in this pack though that we're likely to play? Oh, Blood Researcher. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 on Blood Researcher. So that's exactly what we're going for. Yeah, let's forget the Vanishing Verse. We're not going to splash white. Another Leech Fanatic. That's a bit more life gain. Pest Summoning is a good lesson. Scurrid Colony is a really good 2-drop. So, tricky choice. So, in terms of lessons, we've got Environmental Sciences and Expanded Anatomy so far. I'll actually put these in the sideboard now. Did we get any other lesson cards? I don't think so. And we've got plenty of cards for the deck. We've got 6 3-drops. That's probably fine, actually. Are we going to play all of our 3-drops? A lot of it's well, we've got a couple of ramp cards and 3 creatures now. I'm going to just trim the deck a little bit, so I think I can probably drop this card draw card. I think I might drop these 2 Amplamancers, they're not too exciting. The 2 Excavated Walls as well, bit defensive. drop a big play. And then we've got a deck here, and we can make our next draft choices based on what we need, sort of what we're actually replacing in the deck and improving upon. So the question with Leech Fanatic, is it going to replace another 2-drop here? Same with Scurrid Colony. So we've got the Infuse with Vitality and Tend the Pests. I don't know, I think that's kind of droppable, to Tend the Pests. And I think I'd quite like another Scurrid Colony. But Pest Summoning is a really good lesson card to have. Yeah, I think we go for the Pest Summoning. I think we want more lessons. Another Brackish Trudge, that's nice. This is a ramp card. Hunt for Specimens is another learn card. Cram Session there as well, Field Trip there, quite a lot of things. And then we've got a lesson card that makes a 2/1 flyer, which is quite good. But maybe a second Brackish Trudge is better than all of those. What would we replace is the next question. We'd probably replace the Honor Troll, I think. Okay, another 3-drop. Not that exciting. Cram Session. Another learn card. Yep, I think this is where we will take a Cram Session. I'm still not sure about Bayou Groff. We have a few small ways of making small creatures, but yeah, maybe not. There's the Leyline Invocation. Yeah, let's take that now. Maybe we can use it. Spiral. Mouldering K-Rock. We do have one already. Biblioplex Assistant. Maybe these are good enough to play 2 of. Yeah, there's another one. Probably not worth playing 3, but yeah, sideboard that one. Sorcery Speed, Sacrifice. Okay. Another Invocation. Yeah, I'll take that Invocation, sure. Scurrid Colony, great. Very happy to see that. More likely to play the Cram Session. That 3-drop. Put that on the sideboard, okay. So yeah, we've added a bunch of extra cards at the end there. We're probably going to drop most of those ones. And I think I'll call that end of part 1. It does like to spend a bit of time loading after you've finished your draft these days. Yeah, so thanks for watching so far. And welcome back to part 2. So I've finalised the deck. I have left out a few things like I decided I don't need Adventurous Impulse. I've dropped the little artifact creature. I've dropped the Campus Guide because I realise Cram Session does the same job as Campus Guide. It gets me full life, and if I need that extra land, I can get Environmental Sciences. That's the reasoning there. And it's adding more life gain to the deck, so it can. It's another trigger to bring back Brackish Trudge. What else have I left out? So I thought, well, what I've left in, I thought I'll go for 4 Biblioplex Assistants. 4? No, 3. I'm going for 3 of them. I think it might be pretty good to just keep bringing back Mortality Spear and killing their biggest threat. Seems good, right? I've included 1 Leyline Invocation as our late game huge creature, which makes sense with our ramp cards. But I think, yeah, just run 1 of these. And things I've left out include, yeah, I've dropped the K-Rock because it's probably 1 4-drop too many. I've dropped the Combat Tricks, Tend the Pests, and Infuse with Vitality. Because I tend to err in favour of having more creatures. That's all that is. I think it's a good card, but I just prefer having creatures and ramp cards a bit more. So we'll try this out. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's correct to have 1 more green land. Yeah, so. Ooh. Maximum number of decks reached. We'll worry about that later. Right. Okay. Oh, just had a little issue there. So, try and go back to full screen. There we go. Good. Okay, this looks like a keep. We have an Agonizing Remorse. We could just play 2-drop, 3-drop. Okay, he's got his wall. I think I like the sound of 2-drop, 3-drop. Then we'll use the Remorse a bit later. In fact, we can go 2, 3, 4. We've got Specter of the Fens as well. See if he wants to block my squirrel. You might have a combat trick, of course. This actually has 4 power, which is quite nice. Okay. Do a bit of his card draw. Right, we could. So we've got a few choices here. We could blow up his wall. We could play Spectre of the Fens. I think that's what I'm leaning towards. But he's just drawn 2 cards, and he's tapped out. So maybe Agonizing Remorse is more likely to hit something important. And he's probably going to play a 5th land. So he's probably got a good 5-drop in his hand that he wants to play. I'm trying to talk myself into playing this, but it's sort of not mana efficient. Obviously, it's more mana efficient to play a 4-drop. But maybe this is the best time to play this. Let's go for it. It would be nice to have a 2-drop as well when you've got this. So we have a 6-drop Cogwork Archivist, Team Pennant, infused with Vitality. The Bookworm. It's 8 mana. Professor's Warning. Yeah, okay, and he's got the 5th land. Okay, Bookworm. Okay, so I think we're going to get rid of the Archivist because he needs just 1 more land to cast this. Oh, it exiles. I should have exiled the Bookworm because this is the thing that keeps coming back. Never mind. Becomes a bit more scary as a blocker. Do we want to start using removal? We know it can get indestructible till the end of turn. That's quite annoying. So, and also there's infused with Vitality. Okay, I'm going to just swing in with these 2 guys. This thing's instant speed anyway. Okay, that's getting a +1 counter, and he's going to kill the Scurrid Colony. So yeah, we don't like that. We're going to kill this in response. Cultivate. So he's going to get the Bookworm. He's hit 7 mana. I've hit 6 mana, mind you. I can make a 6/6 creature now. Or I can put my Mortality Spear on top. So you gain 3 life and draw a card when you play the Bookworm. Okay, I'm going to swing in. I'll play the Assistant and we'll get back the removal spell. Yeah. Nice, old Rutstein. Rusty, as he's known. Yeah, this guy's pretty cool. That's my second one. Okay, well now we've drawn an Overgrown Arch. Fourth land drop is very good, so we can get our Alchemist on turn 4. Okay. Right, yeah, you can pump attacking spirits. We've drawn a 3-drop field trip, so that's going to help us wrap out. I will, well, yeah, I'll block it. Yeah, Enthusiastic Study. You'll get 1 damage through, you'll get to learn. You get some summoning, okay. We have our other ramp card as well. Field Trip lets us learn, which I think we just want lands, so we'll just do Cultivate. Maybe a couple of swamps. A swamp and a forest. Let's go. Yeah, let's put the swamp into play. Okay, we have 5 mana. We can play the Pledgemage. So if he has another Enthusiastic Study, you can trade off with the Pledgemage. But he's not going to attack. That's good news. So we don't need to Invocation just yet. I think I want to Field Trip another forest into play. That's nice. I get a lot of life. And we could do Pest Summoning, and that gives us a few little blockers. Or we could start smacking him with a big creature. Let's go for it. You might have instant speed removal, but that sounds like fun to me. Let's give that a try. Okay, well, yeah, we can hold off one more turn with the Invocation, I think. It's quite nice, top decking a 3-drop. We'll play... Actually, let's attack first. Yeah, Expel. That's a good removal card. So this is where an Enthusiastic Study would let him kill my blocker, and his creature would survive. So I'm just going to let those two through. Sort of hope he doesn't expel on the Brackish Trudge. Okay, 4/4 Vigilance Menace. We'll just swing in with a Trudge in that case. See if he wants to trade off. No, and let's just go ahead and have a 9/9. this is one of the best line cards. 2/1 creature with learn. Just good card advantage. He's got the removal card for the big creature now. Blood Mage, probably want to draw a card. Let's draw a card now, see if it could be something relevant. It's another land. 11 land we've managed to dig out of the deck, which is pretty good going. Yeah, we'll just attack with a Trudge and the Fractal. You can trade off with a 2/1. We're not too worried about that. It's one less chump blocker. Draw another card off that, which is nice. And that taps him out for this turn. Oh, Scurrid Colony gets to be 4/4, which is nice. We can't do a lot about the Relic Sloth, so. Four with double strike. Okay. Let me read the rest of that card, that novel that's got written on there. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery from your graveyard without paying its mana cost if that spell will be put into graveyard exile instead. That seems good. Without paying its mana cost as well. Any instant or sorcery. There's no sort of limitations there. Seems good. Illustrious Historian 2/1. You can exile from the graveyard to make a 3/2. Okay. Leech Fanatic could sort of sacrifice himself, go in, gain me some life, and then I can bring back the Trudge. It could be a good move. Unless he's got a first striker. He's got a double striker, which isn't quite the same thing. So we'll keep being aggressive. Attack with the Colony and Leech Fanatic. Cool. Trading off with Relic Sloth. Okay, cool. And with Historian, we're quite happy with that. So Brackish Trudge, what happens? Goes back to my hand. So play it. And play another Scurrid Colony. So the good news with the land, we've only got 6 more land in the deck, so 2/3 of the time we should be able to get something useful. Okay, now how scared are we? Well, if he gets through this thing, if he deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. Okay. And the worst thing he can do, Enthusiastic Study, 4 first strike damage, puts him on 5 toughness. So he would kill Scurrid Colony with first strike, and then I wouldn't have enough damage to kill him. I'm gonna, but I don't want damage to get through. So I don't think adding the Blood Mage as a blocker helps me kill him, I think. If he's only got one Enthusiastic Study though, he only does 4 first strike damage. So he's got to kill the... Okay, let's chuck in the Blood Mage. Let's go for it. If he's got 2 Enthusiastic Studies, then obviously I'm in trouble. There's one. Scurrid Colony dies to first strike. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he gets to 5 toughness. That's the... I did notice that earlier, and then I forgot immediately, which is a bad habit of mine. But will he get damage, combat damage through with Trample and cast a spell for free? Is the question. Such as another Annihilation. Expel would be, yeah, that would be a good one. He's got now, yeah, he has another pump spell. Okay, so 6 damage. And then another 6 damage, so he does get damage through. He gets to cast a spell for free, which will be the removal spell for Brackish Trudge. Nasty. You can see what else he's got in his hand here. So he's got Mercurial Transformation. You can turn something into a frog. So that makes a 4/4. Okay. Alright. We'll carry on. The worst has happened. If we just let him through there, he would have, because he had the +2/+2, that would have been 12 damage. Getting through. So, yep, he gets to cast something again from the graveyard, which could be Introduction to Annihilation. I'll let those through. Oh, it's got double strike, so he gets to do it twice. He gets to cast Enthusiastic Study on this guy, do 4 more damage. Yeah, sure. He gets to learn again. Does he have more? Right, he did something there. Oh yeah, that's right. When you learn, you can also simply discard and draw a card. That's just another thing you can do. Okay, good game, I think. We have managed to draw another land. 12 out of 17 is pretty good going. Yeah, he gets 3/2 from the graveyard. So let's block 4 damage. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we still die. Yep, interesting deck. Yep, the Efreet Flamepainter, just a must-answer card. If all you have is blockers and he's got combat tricks, then you're in a lot of trouble. You could just let it through, and I'd have taken. If I'd let it through, I'd have taken 12 damage. And he'd have cast 2 spells from his graveyard as well, because it's got double strike. So he would have blown up 2 of my creatures anyway. So not a very easy situation to resolve there. Let's start with, yeah, we probably want to start with the Leech Fanatic and see if we can gain a bit of life. Eye Twitch, oh yeah. I remember this guy. This used to be all the rage. Okay, black-blue. Interesting. So he's gone outside of the Strixhaven colour pairs, if this is a black-blue deck. It might be black-green-blue, of course. Some kind of combat trick, maybe. Yeah, resculpt, okay, I see. Fair. So he doesn't get to kill my Leech Fanatic, which is good news. And he doesn't learn because the Eye Twitch is exiled. It has to die to actually learn from that card. Okay, we'll just take a shot at this 4/4, see if we can blow it up. See if he's got the protection spell. He does. Okay, fair enough. Archway commons, so a bit of a mana fixing. I think we're looking at a 3rd colour here. Well, we're just top decking all the removal this game. Let's try a Mortality Spear now. Yeah, that got it. Only problem with the Biblioplex Assistant, it means I'm not going to top deck a land if I want to recycle these. Oh, there we go. There's a land. So I think yeah, I'll just go for the 6/6 creature. Do no attacks. Okay, a Cram Session. Yeah, that's pretty good. But you, yeah, the way you can mess up here, if you play your assistant, put something on top of the library. Oh wait, no, learn doesn't shuffle the deck, does it? Yeah, it's if you do this and then you shuffle the deck and you don't get the card. That's the way you can mess up. All right, let's attack with a 6/6. See what happens. And basically, if we play the assistant, let's do a Cram Session first and think about learning something. So we could go with Expanded Anatomy, which would be a bit more damage. Play an assistant. Get a removal spell back. He's counterspelled, sure. Okay, that's bigger. It has lifelink. It's getting through. Okay, he has a 5/5. Nice blocker. And he is out of cards as well. We can't do both of our things here, unfortunately. But also I'm on 19 life. I think it's Biblioplex Assistant again. I can take 10 damage from his swing back. I'll just swing in with this guy. We could get another big creature if we wanted, but I think we'll go for the Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Agonizing Remorse gets rid of that, sure. Fair enough. Swing with these. Yeah, it's 8 damage, so he has to chump block. Of course. Zuri, Stalker of Spheres. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Whenever you proliferate, draw a card. Very nice. Okay, yeah, that's playable. We'll see if we top deck a land, so we can go sort of 3-drop, 4-drop. There's the land, cool. But yeah, so we've officially got a slow start here. Now he's using the 2/4 3-drop. Not the best block of the Brackish Trudge. Comes into play tapped, but yeah, that's what we've got to do. Okay, you're making that bigger. So you can smack me for 5 damage, fair enough. Top decked another land, so we can play the Pledgemage next turn. Okay, I'm going to start winning the race here. It's pretty soon. I'm doing 4 damage with this. And I'm putting out a 4/4 blocker. We've we've got our removal spells to fall back on if we need them. If he attacks with both, maybe I don't block, because I do have an instant speed removal spell. It would be much better to block when that's available. Okay. Oh yeah, that's he's got a good block there on the Brackish Trudge. Now I think of it. Yeah, let's cancel the attacks. Let's not attack at all. We'll play a Pledgemage. Oh, 3 colours, there you go. That's getting resculpted, which means I get 4/4, which is not too bad. Okay. Fair enough. I will go ahead and play another game. See if I can get my 4 wins of the day with this deck. Okay, we've got our Arch. That can keep us alive. And a 3-drop, that's nice. Gains flying and so on. Yeah, cool. And we can sacrifice, if we really can't hit a 4th land, we could sacrifice this to get our environmental silences. I'm going to go ahead and block this though. Usually they have this enthusiastic study. No. Good. Okay, that gets you a plains, that's nice. We've top decked a land, that's very good indeed. Okay, 4/3. Let's get a life point. Can't cast Mage Hunter's Onslaught, but now got a 5th land for Pledgemage, which is nice. I guess we're on the defensive here. I'll play Specter of the Fens. Oh, this guy, yeah. 2/4, pumps spirits up. Makes spirits whenever the crowds leave the graveyard. Okay. Gain a life point. Yeah, we might play the 5/5 first, and then we can cultivate next turn to get the other swamp. And I feel like I should swing in the air. I'm going to just check if he has reach. Nope. So yeah, this guy's pumped this to 5 and this to 3 power. Right, yeah, so you cast a spell and all your spirits can ping. Which is nice. Okay, let's cultivate. Swamp, please. And another swamp. Can't do anything else. We'll just swing in the air. Okay, those are getting tapped down. We're going to take lots of damage this time. Yeah, Study Break is a pretty good one. Lets you learn as well. And, okay, he's got Spirit Summoning, fair enough. Oh yeah, and that, he can ping with these two guys as well. Okay. Nothing has double strike, luckily. We'll go ahead and block the 3 power creature. We're going to take 11 damage. See if he's got something special in store. Oh, defend the campus, that's not good. That'll be the pump spell. Everything gets +1/+1. So yeah. Let's tap this one. Gain a life point. And how about we sacrifice this because it's going to die anyway. That seems to make sense. Let's just see, 9, 12. So 15 damage we're taking. Okay. This doesn't have trample, so that's good. We need a lot of blockers here, I think. I'd suggest Pest Summoning. Because he may be able to just push through and kill me at this point. 5, 8 mana. I like the idea of a Blood Researcher. Yeah, so we do that first. And when we do Pest Summoning, that will go up to 3/3. Do we attack with our flyer? Do we have enough blockers if he does Study Break again? Well, he can't do. Well, he could do on his turn. Do we have to play around Study Break, or do we take a risk? Yeah, we'll play around Study Break. I'm not going to attack. My strategy is not take any risks. I can just grind him down, hopefully, by recurring my removal spells. has one of these Planeswalker. That's nice for him.
It's good to get back to the battlefield. Finally, a new campaign.
So he's going to discard and draw 2. Okay, we can cast both of our spells this turn. And that is Sorcery Speed. Wow, he has 6 loyalty. That is a lot to deal with. He's just going to discard and draw 2 every turn. He can keep discarding creatures, if he can keep them discarding creatures. What's the scariest creature? That does the most damage. And this makes stuff when things leave the graveyard, which is a problem because he can pay 2 loyalty to get a creature card from the graveyard. Wait, what am I doing? This says target creature or planeswalker. just kill it. Just kill it.
How can I be betrayed like this?
Silly me. Okay, I think I'm okay to swing in the air. So 5. I'll still have 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. Yeah, even if he taps 2, it won't be the worst thing in the world. I'm scared about Quintorius making creatures, so I still want to kill this one, I think. Okay, that's apart. And these can do direct damage, of course, whenever he casts a spell because of this guy. Should I be scared of Quintorius, or is the Lorehold Apprentice scarier, or is the 5/3 creature scarier? That also does direct damage. This has... oh, this gets pumped up, that's right. Okay, I think I'm just still a bit more scared of Quintorius. I just swing in the air and stay pretty defensive, I think. Divine Gambit, interesting card. Yeah, you can just take that out and I have nothing. So yeah, the 5/5 goes away. If I had a card in hand, I could play it. That's the drawback on Divine Gambit. So yeah, this pinging may just kill me. And then draw a card and lose a life point. Seems risky, but it'll get me 1 card closer to a solution. Or I could just have another blocker. I think let's play a little fast and loose. We could exile the graveyard as well. Okay, we've got the swamp. Sure. Let's attack with that. So he's got another spell in his hand, so he can ping for 2 more damage. It's also drawing me closer to my life gain cards as well. That's the reasoning. That's a good investment of 1 life point, I hope. What is this? Okay, interesting. Mortality Spear. Okay. Right. So the thing that is going to kill me right now is... okay, that's pretty good card advantage, isn't it? But I feel like this, I have to kill this because this is going to kill me now. He's got 5 attackers. If he top decks something to tap down my stuff, then I've only got 4 blockers. So I'm not sure I can attack with this. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life. So maybe I have more life than I think to play with. So I will keep attacking. It's on a knife edge, definitely, this one. Right, so, oh, I take, that's another thing that does direct damage. Right, mountain, he drew, that's good news. He's got 1 unknown card there. I could just block with Blood Researcher, and fingers crossed he doesn't have something horrible. Yeah, I'm gonna take that risk. So I guess Dueling Coach. Okay, it's gonna make that a big creature. And then you can just keep pumping this up. Okay, that's quite scary. I'll keep swinging in the air. It's just top decking, isn't it? So he's got another one of these things. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. This can come back from the graveyard, which triggers that, which does a point of damage. Fair enough. Is there anything else it triggers? That's the other thing I'm worried about. Do I want to put a pest in the way to gain a life point as well? Or do I just kill it? Right. I think I'm going to block with Blood Researcher. That'll be 1 point of damage. I'll draw a swamp. I'll swing in for 2. It's worth, because this has got menace, right? So what's the situation on the ground? He's got 6 blockers. I've got 4, 5, 6, effectively 7 attackers. So I could get through with 1 extra point of damage, basically. Yeah, we'll just attack with the flyer. That puts the planes into his hand. 1 card left. Another blocker as well, so he's got 7 blockers. Okay, Leech Fanatic. If he does attack this next turn, well, see what he's drawn, but I might have to block with a pest, I think. Or maybe 2 pests just to be safe. Gain 2 life. Okay, that's annihilated. I will draw a card. Okay, that's 1 blocker basically out of the out of contention. Okay. It's probably simpler than it looks. If he's got an instant thing, the instant that gives trample, then I'm just dead, obviously. So block there, like that. 2/1 creature should block the 3/2. Yep, pretty straightforward. A 2/5 should block his 3/2. I have a 2/2 creature there. Dueling Coach. Sure. And I should block the last thing, whatever it is. And 2 damage is getting through. Do my creatures go to the graveyard and give me life points is the question. Good question. Probably blocking the wrong one as well. No, I die before I gain those life points. Harsh. But yeah, he drew the removal spell, which meant he just had enough to get through and do 2 damage. Okie doke. Yeah. Keep. Nice big blocker. Cool, we draw 4th land we need. See if he has Expel for the tapped creature. Okay, I think I just attack. I'll play the Alchemist. Whilst me just ramp out. So next turn I'll have 6 mana, so I can do Blood Mage and Cultivate. Nice blocker again, 1/4. I'll just swing with the Brackish Trudge. Combat trick this time. Yes. There you go. Fair enough. So, Blood Mage. Draw a card. Pretty good. And Cultivate. Okay. Right, exile instant or sorcery, and it becomes a 3/3 from his graveyard. So, yep, he can become a 3/3. Right, just thinking about life gain and how to bring the Brackish Trudge back. I don't feel like using a big removal spell yet. Let's field trip first. And we could expand it anatomy, but I'm going to environmental sciences for the life gain. This comes back for 2, right? And we'll put that in the hand, like that. And we can, yeah, no attacks. I think we gained, wait. Has to be 1 colour. Right, we gained 2 life, so we can tap this for 2 mana. So unfortunately, I don't think we can do anything with that mana. Oh, Tome Shredder, okay. Already up to 9 mana, which is pretty good. I think we want to build up our board. So I've got the Symmetrist, Trudge. Sloth, yep, that's a nice big blocker. Okay, I think it's time for a Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Take out the 4/4. Just attack with Symmetrist and Brackish Trudge. And if he tries a double block, we've got Mortality Spear for some instant removal. And then we just bring back our removal with the assistant. Okay, that gets bigger and he gets to learn as well. And he gets a nice big removal spell. On a blocker. And let's just blow up the 4/4, I guess. I see. Right, he gets a 3/2 creature. That's absolutely fine. Do I want to attack with this guy? Yeah, I think so. Okay, the double block is happening. And we'll do that in response. He won't get a 3/2 creature. Yeah, that's how the deck's supposed to work, just recycling, ramping out the lands and then recycling our removal spells, grinding them down, getting the Brackish Trudge back from the graveyard. Right, I think that's my 4 wins, so I'm quite happy with that. So, have another quick look at the deck. There's the mana curve. So it's had an unusually high number of 4-drops, but there were quite a lot of good 4-drops. Because we got the 2 removal spells, we got Master Symmetrist, basically a 4/4 reach trample, Accomplished Alchemist, ramps, adds mana, got a nice flyer that can it could be a big mana sink thing, and the 3 Biblioplex Assistants. So that is unusual. Usually the guideline is have about 4 4-drops, 3 5s, 1 6. But because we're playing a bit of ramp, I feel like we can get away with a few more 4-drops. Yeah, so yeah, pretty happy with how that deck turned out. Bit of the life gain strategy as well. We got 1 Blood Researcher late on, which obviously benefits quite a lot from that. Yeah, that was quite fun. Anyway, I think that is a video. Yeah, I'll have to remember to add that to decks, of course. But yeah, thanks for watching.